This is Guru Focus Market Today, your afternoon market brief for Thursday, August 27. Here's where things stand. Nvidia reported record second quarter fiscal 2027 revenue of $96.2 billion, adding over $400 billion in market value as robust demand for artificial intelligence powered a blowout quarter. The company's results far surpassed Wall Street expectations, reinforcing Nvidia's dominant position in the AI hardware market and driving a sharp rally in tech shares.
Turning now to monetary policy, Federal Reserve Chairman Kevin Warsh is set to deliver his highly anticipated Jackson Hole speech, with investors closely watching for signals on the central bank's future direction. The address comes as markets weigh the outlook for interest rates and inflation amid persistent economic uncertainty. Another story we're watching is Meta Platforms' agreement to pay up to $18 billion in a multi-state settlement over child safety concerns. The settlement follows a lengthy investigation, with critics arguing the amount is insufficient and calling for CEO Mark Zuckerberg to take further action on platform safety.
Meanwhile, over 100 technology firms, including Microsoft, Alphabet, and OpenAI, have urged governments to strengthen cyber defenses after a high-profile hacking incident involving OpenAI and Hugging Face. The call for action comes as cybersecurity threats intensify across the sector. In related news, Nvidia is reportedly set to acquire artificial intelligence model repository Hugging Face for $13 billion. The acquisition would significantly expand Nvidia's presence in the fast-growing AI sector following its record-setting earnings. Turning to retail, Gap shares surged 12% after the company named a new CEO for its Old Navy division. The leadership change is part of Gap's strategy to revitalize the struggling brand and improve overall company performance.
On the labor front, weekly U.S. jobless claims fell to 203,000, signaling continued strength in the labor market. At the same time, gold prices approached $4,600 per ounce, reflecting heightened investor demand for safe haven assets. Elsewhere, American Airlines announced new nonstop routes from Philadelphia to Vienna, Reykjavik, and Porto for summer 2027, reinforcing its transatlantic presence and expanding international offerings.
Staying with the markets, Bitcoin ETFs are on track for their strongest monthly performance since October 2025, fueling optimism about a potential end to the cryptocurrency bear market. Meanwhile, family offices increased their public equity holdings in the second quarter of 2026, raising allocations from 34% to 37%. The shift was driven by strong performance in major technology stocks and a reduction in private market exposure. In corporate news, the delayed merger between Paramount Global and Warner Bros. Discovery has left both companies facing strategic uncertainty as stakeholders await further developments.
Turning to regulation, the Commodity Futures Trading Commission's Innovation Advisory Committee held a meeting to discuss emerging risks in prediction markets, reflecting growing regulatory scrutiny in the sector. On the health front, the FDA approved a new pancreatic cancer drug shown to improve survival rates, with analysts suggesting RevMed could become a major player in oncology following the approval. Elsewhere, President Donald Trump signed an executive order banning certain foreign-made equipment, including transformers and inverters, from the U.S. energy grid to address national security concerns.
And finally, Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook has pushed back against President Trump's firing threat and denied allegations of mortgage fraud, asserting there is no legal basis for her removal. That wraps up today's market update. We'll be back soon with the latest market news. Thanks for listening to the Guru Focus Brief.